Hello, everyone. This is Luis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 14. As always, here's our disclosures. This information is for educational purposes only. I'm not providing any investment advice. This is not tailored to any one individual, and everybody must understand their time horizons. Past performance does not guarantee any future results or success, and all investment and trades involve risk, including the loss of your original principal. Here's our agenda for the week. I'm going to cover the news, provide a quick market overview on our four indices, and earnings season is dwindling down just right before it picks up. Only got 186 companies. It was slim pickings this week, but we'll try to make something happen. Here's our results for last week. 14 zones provided. We went 1 and 2 in stocks, 2 and 2 in options, no entries for 7. And here's what our earnings outlook looks this week. All these companies on Monday, they're really companies below $10, so you know how I feel about that. And then we got a couple of companies throughout the week. So mainly Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are going to be what we're looking for on opportunities. I went ahead and I added week 13's entries, and that brings us to 21 and 16. Pretty much through Q1. Q1 is over, and let's have another great quarter. And for options, we finished the quarter with 47 and 10. So getting into our news from Monday, 30 minutes after the open, we have our PMI report. So be aware that 30 minutes after Monday's market open, we're going to have some possible volatility. And we'll probably have volatility from the market being closed for 3 days. So be mindful of that. Moving on to Tuesday, we got our JOLTS report. Again, 30 minutes after the opening. So be cognizant of that. 30 minutes after the market opens, we might have some increased volatility in the markets. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday, we have non-farm payroll. That's going to be pre-market. So you may have volatility as soon as the market opens based off of the non-farm payroll. And then 30 minutes afterwards, we'll have more volatility because of the ISM. And then to top it off, midday, we got Fed Powell speaking. So curious to see what he says in regards to the future of interest rates. And then moving on to Thursday, we have unemployment claims pre-market, so that might affect the market at the open. And then moving into Friday, we have non-farm unemployment change pre-market as well. So good volatility in the morning for us in this week. So be cognizant and be aware of that while you're placing your trades. All right, moving into our chart, starting with the SPX or the S&P 500. We went ahead and our level from last 2 weeks worked. So I've removed it, and now we have a new level here. And that level is going to be 51.84 to 51.62. The S&P went ahead and made another all-new time high this past week. So we're still looking for a pullback. Again, no supply in the S&P 500, and we're looking for demand at 51.84 to 51.62. Moving on to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I have no change for you again. As you can see, we've been dwindling down over the last week. So the NASDAQ is weaker than the S&P 500. We couldn't make an all-time high. We pretty much stay flat for the entire week. That first demand zone stays the same as last week, 17,495 to 17,302. And understand there's an overlap here between these levels, and you got 17,359 to 17,121. Going into the Dow Jones, had the same pullback as the S&P 500 and then went ahead and made all-time highs. Again, no supply in the Dow Jones. And the first demand level I have has not changed at 386.12 to 383.36. And lastly, the RUT, also known as IWM. This level once again has held. I tell you what, it's been a strong level again, but as you can see, we're getting deeper and deeper. So understand that we might break out of this come Monday with the closure. However, this level has held, like I said, all the way back since December. Maybe it's time that it breaks, maybe not. We'll see what the opening comes to us on Monday morning. However, If we break the 2140 level, the next level I have for you is 2154.24 to 2221 on the supply side. And again, our demand level has not changed. That's going to be 1887 to 1847. Moving with earnings this week. First company I have for you is going to be PVH. So on the demand side, you can see we got a tight window here. On the supply side, I got 146.62 to 160.14. And then on the demand side, I got 123.56, 115.45. These levels are pretty close. Just be cognizant of that. In the event of an overshoot to the downside, here goes your next level at 78.88 to 69.51. Next level I got for you is paychecks. So you can see we're in the middle. This level has already worked, so be cognizant of that. However, we're going to keep the supply level at 127.03 to 129.67. And on the demand side, we're going to do 115.03, 113.65. In the event of an overshoot, you have 107.26 to 104. Next level is going to be play, also known as David Busters. So on the supply side, we got 65.65 to 73.37. And on the demand side, we got 47.72 to 45.69. Next company is AYI. On the supply side, you can see we're getting pretty close to it. 271.94 to 281.08. And on the demand side, we got 241.20 to 232.99. In the event of an overshoot, you got this level here at 208.33 to 198.92. Next, we got Levi, or for those of you, Levi Strauss. Denim jeans are still in play here. Look, you got current price 19.99 for supply. Got 23.61 to 25.37, and on the demand side, 14.67 to 13.24. Next company is LW. Wait for my lines to load here. All right, I got no supply for you on LW, but the demand zone I got for you is 76.02 to 70.50. Next company is CAG. On the supply side, 30.93 to 31.51. And on the demand side, 23.44 to 22.09. And the last company I have for you is RPM. Had all-time highs, so there's no supply on RPM. However, the first demand zone I have for you is 109.54 to 107.39. In the event of an overshoot, you got the 97.90 to 95.35. And that's going to do it for our charts this week. As always, here's my contact information. Feel free to go to the website to see when I have upcoming courses. I'm going to cover that here in the next slide. However, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything you'd like me to address, feel free to email me. For those who haven't done so already, go ahead and please hit that subscribe button for me on the bottom right corner. And then here's the upcoming classes I have coming up for next month. So for stocks, I'm doing a class on April 6th, portfolio management April 13th. And on the 20th, I'm doing options course 101. Till next time, happy trading, have a plan. See you next week.